So how do you think Andy Reid is going to fix what happened last year offensively without Tyreek Hill now? How do you think that's going to work out in your former place of business, Alex?
Yeah, flat out, you're not going to replace him. There's literally only one Tyreek Hill in the whole NFL. I mean, he is that kind of difference maker. I was fortunate enough to play my last 2 years there in Kansas City with him. And he, honestly, when he's on the field, the defense plays differently. He opens up so many other players around him because everybody's so fearful. And there's a lot of fast guys in the league that are very, in the end, they're kind of one-dimensional. Tyreek is not that. I mean, we saw it throughout the playoffs, catch and run, catching the deep ball, put him back there, punt, kickoff, return, hand him the ball in the backfield. He's an incredible weapon, incredibly unique, and you're just not going to fill those shoes. And so there will be – I do think they won't be as dynamic on offense. This is the trade-off that I think Andy's thinking about, and Brett Beach as they're looking at it is, for that salary that they were potentially going to get him, and the draft picks that they got in return, can they go be better on the defensive side of the ball? I think they look back to, a few years ago is maybe they're going to be a little more balanced offense and defense. They're going to get draft picks in return. And then I also think this has kind of been Andy's MO his entire coaching career, is that rather than let you play out your contract and walk away for nothing, he's certainly going to try and get value for you while he can. And certainly, I was even a product of that, right? How many quarterbacks have we seen him do this with over the years where he does trade him and gets value back, and then he can go, they do a great job of developing talent. So they got all these picks for Tyreek. I know they were trying to get him re-signed because he is so special, but obviously the numbers it didn't quite make sense, and they decided to make this move. And it's bold. And again, they're not going to replace him on offense. You're just not going to find anybody. You're not going to find anybody in the draft out there in free agency that's going to fill those shoes. So they're going to have to adjust a little bit offensively. But I think the big question is maybe as a team, can they be better from it, right? That cap space, can they go get some other players maybe on the defensive side of the ball with those draft picks? Can they get some role players come in and help them this next year? I think that's the equation they're trying to make.
Right.
But it certainly won't be. They will not be as explosive as they have been on offense. Period. With Tyreek gone, you just can't. He's just that kind of player.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.